So I've been meaning to do a video lately about EVPs and how to set your audio recorder to capture them in the best quality possible. Because let's face it, if you're traveling thousands or hundreds of miles, hours on end to go to a place to capture them, wouldn't it make sense you want to capture the best quality ones that are within your power? I've been listening to a lot of EVPs. If you know anything about me, EVPs are arguably my favorite form of evidence. But I've been listening to some EVPs from other groups lately, and a lot of them, I think, just have their settings wrong on their recorder. My recorder I use is a Sony ICD PX333, this little guy here. And there's a number of settings that I really think you should at least look into and make sure that they're good. We've been blessed, if that's the right word, in 2015 and 16 capturing some absolutely mind-blowing EVPs. Most recent one was a few weeks ago in February of 2016 at Prospect Place. We captured something that said, "Come to the master." Super crisp, super clear, Class A, amazing EVP. One of the first things I do with my recorder is I set the recording quality. You want to set it to 192 kilobits per second or higher if you have that option. The lower you have it, the kilobits per second is basically the amount of data it's recording per second. The higher the amount of data it's recording per second, obviously the best audio representation you're going to have. I've heard some recently where they're maybe at best 128. If your recorder doesn't set that high, it's either, if it's within your budget, I think it's time to get a new one, because some of these EVPs that I've been hearing are just so pixelated and digitized that it's really not doing your cause a good service. So that's the number one. Make sure your audio recordings, as far as kilobits per second, are as high as they can go. 192 is what mine's set at, and if you listen to any of our EVPs, most of them are very, very high quality, to the point where when I hear them, I listen to them 50 times just because I'm blown away. And secondly, I just want to make sure it's not us. But every time I listen to them, it's in a totally different voice than myself, Brandon, or anybody else who may be investigating with us. Let me check my notes here about a couple other settings. Noise cut level, that's another one. I would recommend tinkering with this. Mine's set to on and set to medium. And I'm not quite sure how that works, but my setting's set to medium. And I think, like I said, if you listen to our EVPs we've been posting recently, you'll get a pretty good feel for the fact that they're very high quality. Low cut filter, that's another one. I've got mine set to off. Now maybe I'll do a few trial runs with it on, but that's basically going to try and reduce things like wind noise. But at the same time, you're also going to be, it's impossible for it to differentiate between wind noise, background noise, and a voice. So I leave mine off. Now, I can't guarantee that's right, but that's how I do it. And our EVPs lately, like I said, not to sound like a broken record, have been pretty good. Mic sensitivity, I've got mine set to medium. I haven't tried a high, but so anyways, those are the settings I use. 192 kilobits per second. Noise cut is set to on at medium, low cut filters off, and then mic sensitivity set to medium. I would really recommend looking into your settings and make sure they're dialed in as well as you want them to, because having a recorder, getting it and just turn it on and recording is like not even half the battle. So that's that. Hopefully that helps you, and happy investigating.